Hello and welcome back to my channel where I bring you reviews of your favourite games. Today we'll be reviewing Goat Simulator, the Goaty edition for Nintendo Switch. Background. Goat Simulator has been around for a while now, and if you've never played it, you might be wondering what all the hype is about. In short, Goat Simulator is a wacky, over-the-top game that lets you take on the role of a goat and wreak havoc in an open-world environment. Gameplay. So, let's dive into the gameplay. The controls are a bit finicky due to the goat ragdolling at the slightest wrong button press, and the game is designed to be played in short bursts, but can be fun with friends for longer periods. The game's open-world environment is littered with all sorts of objects that you can interact with, such as cars, NPCs, and other goats. The goal of the game is to cause as much destruction and chaos as possible, which can be achieved by headbutting objects, licking things, or using your goat's unique abilities, such as a jetpack or a tongue that can be stretched infinitely. The other goal of the game is to collect all the golden goat trophies hidden around the map. Graphics. Now, let's talk about the graphics. Goat Simulator is not a game that takes itself too seriously, and the graphics reflect that. The game's visuals are intentionally over the top, with rather bad graphics and hilarious physics, and lots of glitchy animations. While the graphics might not be the most technically advanced, they're definitely part of the charm of the game. One of the downsides of the Switch version over the other consoles is the textures, with many of them being SD quality and inferior of the other consoles. The anti-aliasing, or something else, whatever it's called, I forgot how to say it, is also quite bad and looks awful on the main menu. The resolution is actually very good, and I think it might be 1080p, which is very impressive for a Switch game. The main downside of the graphics are the shadows, which are almost non-existent, which causes Goatville to have a much lighter aesthetic than the other console versions. The shadows are also very low resolution, which makes them look very blocky, and the only shadows that do appear are the ones made by large still objects, and none are cast on the actual goat, which makes the goat look weirdly shiny, which ruins some of the immersion. Also, don't expect much out of the graphics, since this is an Unreal Engine 3 game, so don't get pissed when the game looks awful. Performance. If you look at the footage currently being displayed, you'll be able to see that FPS drops to around 30, I think potentially lower, when looking out towards the end of the map. But otherwise, the frame rate is very stable. It stays at 60 FPS most of the time. Content. Now into the content. The Goaty edition of Goat Simulator comes with all the DLCs released for the game, including Goaty, which is the zombie game, MMO Simulator, which is an MMO simulator, Waste of Space, like set in space, and Payday, which is a official crossover with Payday 2. This means there's a ton of content to play through, and you'll likely never run out of things to do on the game. Conclusion: overall, Goat Simulator the Goaty edition for Nintendo Switch is a must-play for anyone looking for a wacky, light-hearted game to pass the time. While the game might not be for everyone, it's hard to not have fun while you're playing as a goat and causing mayhem in an open-world environment. So if you're in the mood for some silly fun, be sure to check out Goat Simulator, the Goaty edition on Nintendo Switch. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more gaming content.